shooting a new show. Basically, it's like a spy movie called Agent 263. It's like the Zimbabwean version of James Bond. And I was sort of thinking, you know, that would be a dope movie. That would be like one of those movies where you open up and you've got like one of those like bad guys in Ncube prison with tattoos all over his back. Vote for ZANU. Vote for life. And he's doing like his pull-ups. He's doing his pull-ups and stuff like that, right? And you can tell like there's some kind of escape plan on his back, right? And his soulmate will come to him and he'll say, but anyway, he's in there, and so Zimbabwe has been attacked by terrorists, obviously. By Love Mo. We've been attacked by terrorists. They've had to call in all of the ministers. The service chiefs have been called into a meeting. Everyone is particularly in the situation room. The army guys are sitting there, all the techie guys are sitting there. You've got the president up on the live, Umdala went to Ghana from ZBC. And he's sitting there and he's waiting, and the minister stands up and is about to give an address, and is about to talk to the president and tell him what the situation is, because we're running out of time. We've just been attacked in Zimbabwe. Like, time is of the essence. If we don't deliver this message now, everything is going to go down in smoke. And then he comes up and he stands up to give his address, and he'll say, well, the head of state and government and commander So now he's going to tell the president that Zimbabwe has been attacked. And before that, someone is going to stand up. Minister, might I propose that we... Because you know, like in Zimbabwe, like everyone wants to sit down and talk about stuff. You could be sitting in a meeting right now, right? And when someone mentions a point, someone's going to stand up and say, Minister, I think we really need to sit down and discuss this. And discuss this further. I think if we do a workshop in Victoria Falls, produce some t-shirts and some roll-up banners, get the NGO sector and the corporates together, and then we can discuss this issue further. So, okay, so they agree. So they go to Big Falls. They set this thing up. They have a golf day. They've got the NGOs there. They've got all the embassies there. Members of the diplomatic corps. Always like that word. Members of the diplomatic corps are there. The service chiefs are sitting in the room. The president is up on the screen on the Umdala way to Gala feed. The minister stands up to give his delivery. We've already lost 3 days. Zimbabwe is under attack. If we don't act now, the country is going to go to ruin. He stands up and he says, well, the head of state and government and commander-in-chief of Zimbabwe's forces, President Robert Gabriel Mugabe, I'd like to inform you that the country is under attack. And the president will say, what shall we do? Well, we can always call Agent 263. So Agent 263 walks into the room and the president says, the resources of the state are behind you 100%. Just make sure you bring back my receipts. So Agent 263 does the only thing that makes sense to a secret agent. He goes to a casino to play cards with a bad guy. Because that's what all secret agents do. That's what they do, like international. You know, like in Zimbabwe, if we're sitting here, we're having a meeting, we want to find out, well, in Europe, what are they doing? Therefore, we must do that also. So James Bond, he goes and he plays cards with the bad guy. So Agent 263 must also do likewise and play cards with the bad guy. So he's sitting there and he's looking at the bad guy. And the cameras are going around, and the music, there's so much suspense, and the cameras are going around, there's so much tension in the room. You can almost cut the atmosphere with a knife, and they're looking at each other in the eye, and they're trying to see if anyone is bluffing. And he looks him in the eye and he says, Kepele, kepele, kepele. Skip, Joker! Guy looks back at Agent 263. He looks back at Agent 263 and he says, pick and play. So he picks a card and it's the wrong one. He says, no, I didn't mean it. And everyone is like, no, touch it, move. So he picks 5 cards. He picks 5 cards. And they're looking at each other in the eye. And I look at him again, because I'm agent 260. Skip, 3/4 pack, half card, close! So obviously the hot chick has to come to me, because I'm just one crazy 8. Simple rules, of course. So she walks up to me, and she comes up, she's looking very beautiful, very seductive. She looks at me and she says, "Shanting rock drink." So I call up the waiter and I make my order. I'm like, "I'll have a chibuku on the rocks." Shaken, not stirred. And she says, "I'll just have a balls and cock." So we go back to the hotel. Obviously for the sex scene, right? We go back for the sex scene. But then the bad guys come in and they kill her. And I do the only thing that makes sense. I pick up the phone and I get on the phone and I'm like, "Hello? Magadi. Maneta Ashaya." Oh, sorry, the chick is Maneta, okay? The chick is no, listen, I have to give her a chance, because obviously, like Maneta, when she was in the Big Brother house, she kind of disgraced Zimbabwe, so I kind of have to give her a chance to make her name back again, right? Because obviously, like, Davis Kusha made this play about the Big Brother house, and Rocky played himself, and then Maneta was played by someone who can read. So I wanted to to also star in a movie. So obviously, you know, like, so I go after the bad guys and I go to the only place where you can find an informant, right? In Zimbabwe, the only place you can find an informant, ZIMBABWE'S. So I get to ZIMBABWE'S, right? I see one of the henchmen. I quickly take him down. I'm like, "Where's that boss matter?" "I'm sorry, boss, I ain't going to Copacabana." So I run after him. I go to Copacabana, right? He jumps into a combi, I jump into another combi, then it's kind of a high-speed car chase. Okay, it's not really a high-speed car chase, but it's some kind of chase, right? So we're chasing each other down beaches, right? So I stick my head out the window, I'm like, "Fuck this," I shoot the car, and then it overturns, but obviously it doesn't explode, because let's face it, most combis in Zimbabwe only have about 5 liters of fuel. So he runs into this other building, right? So I obviously call backup, right? So we've got a chick like Chloe in 24, if you watch 24, right? Who's back at base. So I call Chloe and I'm like, "Chloe, we need backup now. Can you please send me backup at the moment?" It's like, "I'm sorry, Jack, but there's just no sensor in the building." "Okay, quickly, Chloe, can you please send the schematics of that building onto my PTA?" "I'm sorry, Jack, but these Econ data bundles are just so expensive these days." "Come on, quickly, Chloe, what are you doing?" "I'm sorry, Agent 263, I'm still scratching the juice card." So I'm like, "Fuck this shit," so I run after the guy, I go to the building, there's a security guard standing outside, and then I go up to him, and I'm like, "Can I get into the building?" And he's like, "Murugude Pano, business here. I'm never been part of a please." So I kick him out of the way. Chloe's back on the phone, and she says, "Agent 263 points to office, that's what I would go to, which can certainly go up on I'm like, "Seriously? Of course, Judge Karago office, remember you." So I run after Lamo, I go after him upstairs. I see him in the room, I take him down quickly. The backup has arrived. I look at Lamo, I pull down his pants, I move his dick to the side, because really I'm just interested in his balls for now. The backup has come and I'm fine, I don't know to run my jumper cables from what's guy.